Hey YouTube, it's Alpha Scale, and I'm back after a decade away from my last figure review. Well, maybe more than a decade, but I'm back nonetheless, and it feels great. Today we'll be looking at the Inart 1/6 scale Superman from Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice. We'll be looking at the box, the figure, its accessories, and of course I'll give you my thoughts and opinions on this figure. Before I continue, though, I want to give a big shout out to Kit Chen for selling me this bad boy. I'll leave a link to his site in the description. Also, check out my Instagram at alpha underscore scale underscore and feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. So, without further ado, let's go.
So here we have the box, which has got a slipcover around it, as you see with other in-art figures. Now in the middle of the slipcover, you'll see the movie title, Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice, and down below the product description, Superman in-art 1/6 collectible figures. Now what's cool about this cover art is if you notice in the background, there's a silhouette of many bats all faded, and it actually forms a Superman logo. It forms a S. I'll just lift this up so you can see better. And it's actually on the slipcover. It's not on the inner box. So that's a pretty nice touch by Inart. So now for the actual box itself, I love the simplicity of the cover art. I like how they've blended Superman's face with the Bat logo and the S logo all in one. I really like the silhouette of bats at the bottom of the logo, which is a really nice touch. And it's pretty glossy to the touch. It's a nice feel to it. Now at the bottom left-hand corner, we have the Inart logo. Then we've got the movie title, Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. And we have the Inart model number, so that's AGA007. And of course, Superman at the top. So on the side, we've got a continuation of the BVS logo. So you've got the bat signal and Superman's logo here, as well as a silhouette of the bats on the S logo. And I believe these are bats. Yeah, these are bats as well. It's really hard to see unless you zoom in. So that's a pretty cool touch, as well as in the background below here. So you've got more bats there, and they're actually reflected if you kind of angle the view. Now you've got the movie title, BVS, and BVS logo right there. Okay, on the other side, we've got a continuation of the BVS logo. Obviously, the Superman, Batman, the silhouette of many bats. Also, there's these little speckles are all bats, but it's kind of hard to see on camera, but they are. And yeah, more bats here, all reflected. They are reflective if you hold the box at a certain angle in the light. Then you got the product, the Superman Inart 1/6 scale collectible figures. And that's the other side. Now on the back of the box, you've got the Batman vs. Superman logo, Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice movie title, as well as a product description, Inart 1/6 collectible figure, Superman. Now, this is straight from the movie. If you remember, by Superman's monument, on below the statue on the ground, it said, "If you seek his monument, look around you." So that's a pretty nice touch, straight from the movie. And then you've got the DC Warner Brother branding at the bottom, the little fine print right there. So at the bottom of the box, we've got the choke and hazard warnings in both English and Chinese. Obviously the DC Warner Brother branding, barcodes, this Inart hologram sticker. It's kind of hard to see in the light. Obviously it's made in China. Then the movie title, the BVS logo, and just the product name, description, materials that were used to make it. And I'm assuming this is the Chinese and that's the English. I don't read Chinese, but that's my educated guess. It's a flip cover, as you see, so I'll flip it open next. But yeah, and that's the bottom. All right, so let's open up the box. So it's a flip cover connected by magnets. And here you have the operation guide. In the plastic wrapper, you've got like a movie ticket to the right you get with Inart. Yep, that's the operation guide right there. I'll leave that alone. I won't be opening that for now. that's just a me thing. On the inside of the flip cover, you've got the BVS logo, and this is the suit design for Superman's costume. If you notice, it's the same type of design as the material. Obviously, it's not the material, it's just a graphic, but yeah, that's on the inside. Now let's take this cover off, and then there's another cover. And that's one thing I noticed about these Inart figures. They're packaged so well. Even when you get the figure in the mail, there's like a shipper within a shipper within a shipper. It's crazy, the packaging they do. It's like top notch. Now this is the figure itself. I'm actually going to take the figure out with the accessories and we'll look at them in more detail. All right, guys, so here we have the figure with the accessories. Now I gotta say, man, this likeness is just next level. This is definitely the best 1/6 sculpt I've seen in regards to Henry Cavill's likeness. This is just amazing. I mean, Hot Toys have done some amazing sculpts, but this one knocks it out of the park, no doubt. The costume's great, you know, and the body they used, definitely bang on. Now he's got the angry sculpt, of course. And I must say, man, wow, look at that. Jeez. Fucking hell, that's amazing. Of course, it's rolling eyes, so you can adjust the eyes from the inside of the sculpt. Same goes for the main sculpt. You can roll the eyes as well to achieve whatever pose you're trying or whatever look you're going for. He's got the wired cape, and it's pretty easy to swap out. You basically pull the connectors out of slots in the shoulders. Just pull them out and put them in. It's not hard. He's got his kryptonite grenade here. The bat cowl, the empty bat cowl, which is just made of plastic. And then what's cool about that is you got this this one hand that can connect to the bat cowl via magnet. So if you want to pose him holding the bat cowl, holding it up in the air, you can do that using that magnet connector. So that's pretty sick. We've got this block of kryptonite. It's just made of PVC plastic. It doesn't glow or anything, it's just plastic. So you've got the kryptonite, and you also get these Polaroid pictures of Martha, if you remember when she got kidnapped. So these are the Polaroids of Martha. It's pretty cool the way they've done it, you know, so small, but it's like literal Polaroids. I don't know if you can zoom in, but yeah. If you see it in person, it's like they literally took a picture with a mini Polaroid camera. So that's sick. He's got 6 pairs of hands, 2 on his person, and 5 pairs here. Obviously different hand poses. So you got the flying hands, and you've got like gripping hands, closed fists. Yeah, different positions to achieve different poses. So I mean, that's a good amount of hands. You also get this kryptonite spear, the spear that he used to kill Doomsday, which is actually Batman's kryptonite spear. It's just made of plastic. It's not die cast. I thought it would have been die cast, but it's not. Maybe if it was die cast, the figure would probably cost more. Well, it would definitely cost more if it was die cast. But the details are great. The paint work and everything is great. So nicely done. You also got this stand with the connector to the back of the figure, where you can put him in a flying pose. It's pretty easy to connect it to the back of the figure. I'll show you later in the review. So that's a stand. Also, let's have a look at this base. I'm gonna remove the sculpt, and I am gonna remove the figure so we can have a look at the base. I'll just lie him down because I don't want him to fall over. So this is the base. Now it's just made of plastic. It's it's pretty heavy because of the magnets inside, and also when you're putting him in a flying pose, obviously you need some weight to it. so the figure doesn't fall over, you know what I mean? So then you got the Superman logo, same design as the Kryptonian ship, the whole, like, you know, style, the whole motif right there. And you got like what are these? Oh, these are like rods coming out of the concrete. Yeah, that's sick. And you can actually open the base from the bottom to adjust the magnets. So that's pretty handy right there. Now, if you want to connect the stand to the base, you just lift off this cap right here to do that. And then you just insert the rod into here. And you just put that to the side. So that's, yeah. So at least that way, you know, and if you don't have him in a flying pose, at least that the hole is not exposed and you can cover it back. So that's pretty smart of Inart to do it that way. All right, so I'm gonna get this figure posed up and, you know, show you a little something. All right, guys, so here we have the figure all posed up in a flying pose, as promised. So I've got on the Angry Sculpt, aka Fuck Shit Up Sculpt. My God, he looks menacing. He looks like he's about to do some serious damage. So I've put on the wired cape, and it was pretty easy to do. It's wired all the way down the sides, from the connector all the way down the seams and all the way across the bottom, all the way around. So it's completely wired. You can achieve many poses with this wired cape. It's pretty easy to maneuver and manipulate. So pretty impressed with the way they've made the cape. Very nicely done. And the stand is connected to the bottom of the base. And I was gonna show you, as promised, how to connect the plug to the back of the figure. So basically, it's really easy. So you just zip up the back of the costume slightly, you know, you zip it up slightly, or unzip it, I should say, and then you put the plug in the back of the figure. There's a hole in the back in the body that you can insert the plug into, and it just stays on. And yeah, so that's how you get the figure attached to the rod and keep him in that flying pose. You just press this down a bit, kind of futs it a bit. Yeah, man. Such a sick figure, man. Honestly, this is definitely worth the investment. If you're thinking of grabbing this bad boy, I highly recommend it. You will not regret it. I'm so glad I got this Superman, this version of Superman. I'm super excited to put it in more poses and take a shitload of pictures. So, but anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you stopping by. So don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and also check out 1/6 Kit. This is where I pre-ordered this figure from. I mean, obviously the pre-orders are done, so you'd probably have to buy it, you know, on the resale market, but I still think it's worth it. Honestly, if you're a Superman fan, especially a Henry Cavill fan, this is definitely the one to get. So until then, you can hit me up on Instagram. It's at alpha_scale_. Follow me on Instagram. I'll be snapping pics all the time, posting all kinds of cool stuff. So anyways, thanks for stopping by. Until next time, peace.